Charles, your thoughts, though, just on the top line, which is affirmative action no longer constitutional, according to the Supreme Court justices.
Anna, we've been headed to this space for a very long time, and unfortunately, there is a tie-in between the public discourse right now around diversity and everything that we are discussing, the misunderstanding of how race is actually used and discussed, and then a very disingenuous conversation about race in America, all of which has contributed to us being where we are. I share Eddie's feelings about knowing this was coming, but also being emotional about it now that we are actually hearing those words. And to Julia's point, what she was just talking about, we have already seen in California, for example, what it does to a student body to remove race from a factor of admissions. It has not worked out well. We have seen fewer and fewer black students in the UC systems because of the removal of race as a factor in terms of being able to identify qualified applicants who can be there.
Explain that, because I think a lot of people think you're either qualified or you're not. Why does race even matter? I think that's what the justices are saying here, right?
Race does matter because in many respects, there are a number of myriad different considerations that come into play when you're talking about the experience of an applicant who is black, who comes from certain areas, who had certain advantages or was void of certain advantages, going into a college application process versus someone who did not come from that background and did not have these advantages. And it is not, from what people have still, even from 1978 with Bakke, people still misunderstand affirmative action. It has nothing to do with quotas. It has nothing to do with numbers in the sense of hard, fast, and rigid measures. And I have to go back to Dalia's a piece that Dalia wrote earlier, where one of the fatal flaws of how we got here is a decision that came, I believe it was Fisher, where they said basically, in 25 years, they put a sell-by date, essentially. And those are Dalia's words. I want to give her full credit, right, for writing that and basically saying, hey, well, perhaps we can revisit here. As soon as that decision came out, that date began to be marked on the calendar, and people said, well, we can get here at this point.